Right, we're just going to get on with this one now. Now I've added it to a base, which we'll cut round afterwards. The frying pan, managed to get the egg in, but I actually need a different egg. I need one that's finished. And the sausage. But I've just marked them with a little bit of paint to make it look like it's sizzling in the pan. And then add those. And any imperfections I can when they're glued in. Now what I've got is some of this stuff, and it's called Invisible Waterproof Agent, I think it's called. Writing's so small I can't even remember where I got it. Here we go. Yeah. And again, it's like the it dries very clear. I just need to open that. Let me get that open a bit more. I know what I'm bloody like. Oh, let me cut this like that. I don't want it off altogether. My tissue. But like I say, what I need to do is to add this in here. Just add it in there, drip it in. And like I say, it dries clear. You can use this for dewdrops, you know, if you want to put a dewdrop on something. Or add into the cups if you're making a drink. That's it. That's no good for you. I don't know why you insist on using one of those. You need a little brush. Use your noggins, mate. It's got a little brush. And you know how it just looks like it's oh, do you know I can't finish my sentences these days. Oh. How it looks like it's a different colour, obviously. Just touching a little bit of pent art, and this is the patina, and I'm just adding a little bit to that to discolour it, so it'll look like the juices in the bottom, you know, when you've been frying. So then what you do is pop your sausage in. Now I'm going to pop that egg in because it's already looked like it's been cooked, and then I'm going to pop that sausage in. And of course with the colour, let me move that out of the way a minute, of this, you can paint over that and it'll put the sheen on the sausage in that, and the colour in that section there. You just don't want to waste any of it. And the sheen on the egg, because like I said, it dries clear. That's it. It will look like the eggs are frying. So that's done. No need to do any more than that. It will dry clear. The other thing I've got, oh, I might put a bit on the bread. So I did the bread the other day. Let me just open this up again. I'll brush all of that off. I might just take that off altogether. I know what it'll do, flip. Just open that up, that's better. So I did the bread, and that's all done, ready to be glossed over. so that can go somewhere to dry. Now don't forget I did the plate and then I ended up putting a little bit of paint around the edges. I'm not fussed about that because it's going to have something on it, so it doesn't really matter, but I'm just going to cover and protect the plate. Like that. I did this one, which was like a loaf, and we're just going to put a little sheen on that. And a little bit on the top there. Like I say, we just stand them to one side while they're dry. That was a slice that was taken out. Sorry, I hope you're seeing this. I can't, it's hard to remember where the camera's going to sit. Anyway, we've done that. You just have to wait for that to dry. They need finishing off. The crumpets. Absolutely love the crumpets. Going to put a sheen on them. Like that. Like that. And then this was a piece of bread, cheese on toast or something, I think that was. And that's what it was cut from. So I'm just going to glaze that one. You don't need to glaze them all over, although it does protect them. Pop that up there. The rest of the things, these were not finished. They're like a pizza slice or something like that. And the bacon needs to darken. And what I did with the piece before, I actually trimmed it down. It was too big, so I just snipped it where it needed to be snipped and then darkened around where it's cooked. See? Like that, just cut it to size. So none of that will get done yet, and that needs finishing as well. So I'm just going to pop them to one side because I'm not finishing them yet. Although I did do, I don't know if you noticed, I did the, put that there, the egg cut. I'm just going to put some sheen on the egg. And then we'll just cover the front. Sorry if you can hear that noise, it's my fan downstairs. It's, you know, directly under this room. So I do apologise if you hear any of that. Okay, that's done. And the pie. So we're just going to put a little bit of glaze on the pie. Like that. And that's done. Don't need to do any more. Everything else is fine. The only thing I've got to do is to paint that black, which is the grate. And I'm happy with everything. So we can get on with the next lot. So I'm going to use the texture paste. Now I'm just going to get rid of this before I spill it, because I know what I'm like. So just pop that lid back on there, move it out of the way. That can all be moved to one side. And I'm going to use a different brush. So I need to smooth this out. So I'm just getting the textured paste. You can get some from the bottom there. And we're going to go over all of this. And through there, of course. Don't worry about that, we're going to go through all of this as well. So that's that done, and we just have to wait for that to dry again. Oh, and I wanted to do this, didn't I? So this was the other cup, the last mug that I showed how to make. So now what we're going to do is do the same thing with the mug. And we just go on the edge like that as well. So that's another one done. We just have to let them dry. So while they're drying, I'm going to move on to the next thing, because this is, you know, a kitchen. Like I said, I'm going to be doing a spare kitchen. And it's not going to be like I normally do it. I couldn't find that woman. I will find her because I've watched 2 or 3 of her videos, but I've watched hundreds of miniaturists videos, and I just can't remember where I saw the lady who showed you how to do that, because this is, like I said, is not my idea, it was hers. But if anybody knows who it is, let me know please, and I can add it to the description. Right, so just going to get rid of that now. Yeah, I've got some large bead caps for a watering can. This one will do. So I'm only making a miniature watering can. And you're going, a watering can? Yes, a watering can. Now, let me just see. I've got some cotton here. But if I don't want to use my cotton and I need a small reel, you guess where my cotton's going? Onto something else. And if I need to use it, because it's the only way I can get a small reel, so be it. Right, so I've got the cotton reel, so this is fine. And my watering can's going to be about half that, so I'll probably get 2 out of this actually. I need my knife. See how that's going to fit perfectly on top. And I'm not worried about what kind of watering can it is, as long as I know I've got one and it works. And if I want a fancy one, I'll have one. So I'm just cutting this in half. I'm only trying to help you with your, you know, showing you what you could do. You don't have to lay out. Like I said before, miniatures are expensive, very. And you saw how expensive some of them were. That's not quite straight. So I'm trying to save you money, but in the long run you're going to enjoy making them. Okay, so move that out of the way. So I need that. I need a handle, of course. So I do have my scrap of wire. I'm going to use a bigger handle, bigger wire. I can't tell you the gauge of it, I don't know. It's just thick wire but flexible. Sorry, that's the way it is. So let's have a look. Again, using my pliers. I really could do with a roundish one. Round. Now, hang on. Let's use these. That'll do, like that, we think. Yep, my watering can, that's fine. Quite happy with that. Get rid of that paper. Like that, that'll do. So I need to file that down, of course. Like that. Now, like I said, I'm going to glue it on with this glue first. There's no line for this, so I'm just going to put it on. Like, oh, not quite straight. We'll get that right. Like that. We need to put it onto a base. Well, I have this base here, so I'm going to use that for now. I just need to hot glue this on first. And then I'm going to glue it on properly with the other glue later. So that's that. And then we need to cut some of this out for the, you know, it's a watering can, so we're going to have to. So I need to look at this properly, and I'm going to snip. So this now needs to, when that's straight, to go onto the lid there. Like I said, I'm not fussed about it being fancy. It's going to be painted anyway. See, like that. Make sure we've got that covered. Yep, See, like that. Move all of these out of the way. You can make out of you can make these out of beads if you've got big enough beads. Discard that because it's sharp metal. And then we need a pole, which I have here somewhere. There we go. Here's the spout. Need a decent sized spout. I need my cutter. We just see how long I need that spout. No more than that, I would say. This is my mitre. Cuts pretty flat, you see. Really good tool. I've heard some people say about them that when the blades wear down, but I don't use them that much, but it's been a help for me. So really what I should have done was done the ends first. So I need to flatten the end of that. So I've got my sandpaper. Just by me, just take a piece off. I'm doing it at an angle. Bit more. Let's just have a look. Just rounding that bit off there. Right, let me get my tool out. My flat one. That's it. Just see if that's going to fit there. Yeah. A little bit more. Little bit more. Let me do it on that way. Need to have it perfectly flat. Like that. So that needs to sit on there. Fine, happy with that. Now, hang on, because I need to drill. And I've got to remember where my drill is. I don't know. Do I need to drill? Let me just sort out what I'm doing. No, I don't. That'll fit. That's fine. So what I'm going to do is just to glue that little bit there. It's going to have the wood glue on it to make sure that it's glued on tightly. Straight there. Got to measure that. Like that. Okay. And then I've just got to add that little end, which is the back of an earring. I'm not fussed about any excess glue coming out. But yeah, maybe that spout's a little bit long. I don't know. But let me just see. That doesn't look right, I don't think. I think it needs to be that way. Right, okay. So I now need to get that somehow. It needs drilling. Or, unless I can use one of my rounded tools, maybe I can use this. I'm not sure. We'll see how we get on. I need to put a spike in it, you see, a hole. Yes, I'm being careful, folks. that's not big enough. Let me just see if I can do it this way. I'm just kind of grinding it in. Will that sit in? Yes, it will. So all I've got to do now is to sit that in there. Like that. And just get rid of the glue. Yeah, that was it. It was in the wrong end, in the wrong way. I actually think oh, I've just took that off now. Hang on. Use your, if it comes off, use your glue gun. We're going to go over it and put some texture on it. Don't worry about it. Don't panic. I think I'm going to take that off. And I'm going to cut that down more. So, let me see if I can cut it a little bit with my, at an angle. Oh, release it. Right. Now, can I get it at an angle like that? Let me just get rid of that. Let me just see if that'll fit. I forgot it cuts at an angle. Save me all that bother. Yeah. Okay, we'll glue that now. Still might to cut it, have to cut it down a little bit. Like I say, I'm not fussing about it whatsoever. But yeah, a little watering can. So, gonna let that set. And then once that's set, that needs to be, oops, that's fine. I'm going to use the textured paste again. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a couple of those, so I'll do another one later on. See how that's getting on. Yeah, it's drying. See how that's getting on. Yeah, it's fine. I'll be able to sand that down lightly. And I'm quite happy with that. And we'll come back when all of this is ready to... come back when all that's ready to paint and whatnot, and we'll sort that out. The other thing was I wanted to do was some ladders. Now, I need 2 of these, and I wanted them for the room to add some, I don't know, I just want them for a room. So I need those, and then some small sticks in between. So let me just see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, okay. And I want these slanted, so they're going to be like that. Okay? So, now, first of all, I have to make sure these are all cut exactly the same. So I'm going to cut them for the length of that. So they should all be the same. Oh, I've got an itchy foot. I don't know how many I'm going to need. Not that many. I'm just going to do 6 ladders, 6 steps. Oh, I've thrown them away now. I should have kept those. That's silly me. Oh, God. They'll do for little doorknobs and things like that. Right, so I need to mark these out equally. So I'm going to use my little ruler when I can find it. So I get the right measurement. These are both the same length. They should be. Just about. So I'm going to mark this out at... Let's have a look. No, hang on. So, where that starts, there, where it's straight, I mean. So we're going to go 1/2 inch, 1 inch. No, I don't want to do it that. Yeah, 1 inch there. So 1/2 inch, 1 inch. Another inch. Another inch. And another inch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can only get 5. That's great. So you need to do the same with this one. That's a bit bent. I'm going to change that one. You need them straight. That one's curved. Don't want that one. They have to be flat and straight. Curved. That's the only problem with these sticks. That'll do. I just want it to there. I'm going to go 1/2 inch, 1 inch, another inch, another inch, and another inch. Okay, now to start with, I'm just going to put them on using a small dab of glue. Like that, and then sand that down. Let me get my flat one. I'm just going to make sure that they are flat. That's it. I need 5, don't I? Okay, so again, just the tiniest dab. It's only to hold it. Like that. And I've just got to make sure that these fit like that. Then we can budge them into place. Like I say, I am not that fussed. They've come along really good, really nicely. I like the way they've come along. You know, they look alright. Definitely. Right, so that's them, and I'm just going to leave them flat somewhere up there at the side of me. Now, plant pots. Now, I did start these. Let me just move that out of the way. So, I made some, and I just need to level them off. Okay, I'm just going to wash my brush. Oh, I think I'll paint the watering can at the same time. And I want a nice big bunch of them in there. I'm going to do one more as well. Right, so I've got all of those in there. I'm squashing them in. And then I can cut off the ones I don't want. See? So. They're going to stand against. That didn't stick in there. See, like that. Like that. So a nice bush. That, I mean, that will actually sit nicely on one of those units like Judy, like I've made Judy McMurtry. So I'm just going to pop that to one side. I'll finish painting it up and then we'll varnish it. Save all your little buds because you never know where they're going to come in handy. I'm just going to twist that around to make sure that that stood how I want it to stand in there. That's it. Just in there like that. That pot's quite hot. But that's great. I'm happy with that. And there's a young one. So, that's it. That's it for now. I've got a lot to do. I've got to continue with this miniature. Look, now they've dried using that, which one was it? It's one for doing dewdrops. I can't really see it. Oh, hang on, I've got a spyglass here. I keep forgetting I've got one close by, you know. It's tweezers as well. It's what I use for fossiling. It says... Oh, can't see a bloody thing. Hang on, can't see. Even with a bloody spyglass, I must be blind as a bat. Invisible waterproof agent. And you can do dewdrops with it. So you don't see anything, just the dewdrop. So there you go. And like I say, they've come out really nice. I'm quite happy with them. Crumpets. And that bread did go in there like that. So yeah, I'm quite thrilled with it. I think my eggs are coming on as well. And that bread goes with the loaf. Thanks for watching, take care, and I'll speak to you all soon. Look, in fact I'll bring that one up so you can see that one as well. Look at my little egg cup. Bread buns, toast, cheese on toast it is, and the bread. Come up really nice with that. Dries pretty quick as well. Happy, happy, happy. There's my plate. Which, let me just see. I'm going to put the bread on. This bread as well. Cut with that slice. And a couple of crumpets ready. Oops. That can go there, and we'll have a cheese on toast as well. Thanks for watching, take care, and I'll speak to you all soon. Come back for part 4. Bye bye for now.